friends. Welcome to our demonstration today. I'm super excited because I have finally in my hands a Mockingbird Stroller, the single to double. And then I have here a stroller that I actually sell at my store. This is the Venice Child Maverick. And we're going to compare our more cost-effective options of single to double strollers. And super excited. So Mockingbird is a direct-to-consumer product, which means you can't go into a store and look at it to test it out compared to other products. That I think is the primary thing that sort of sets off a curiosity or maybe even alarm bells for somebody like me, is why can't I test it out next to something else? So we brought it in so that we can put it next to something in a comparable price to see how the performance stacks up of one versus another. So some people would compare it to the Vista. I'm not going to do that. The Vista would retail for $969. This is going to retail for $395, and the Venice Child Maverick retails for $399. So what do we get? With both of these products, you're going to get the stroller frame itself and the stroller seat. On the Venice Child, you do get a cup holder, which I have subsequently misplaced within 5 minutes of having it, and you also get a rain shield. On the Mockingbird, you don't get a cup holder. If you want that, you would pay $15 extra, but it does come with a pretty cool sun canopy, which magnets on here and then hooks up underneath. So that's kind of a nice piece that would be included with it. Both products have reversible seats, so the seats are going to come on and face in both directions. Mockingbird is the same story, although I do give them credit for having all of their touch points on their product white. It does make it easy to identify. The other thing with this one is that the colors are customizable, so you get to pick your canopy color and then the interior color of it, as well as the leatherette color here. This guy only comes in two colors, which is either the black or the gray, but both are really strong sellers, so I think that's probably fine. Okay, so both have parent face, world face, recline, so they both have a pretty broad spectrum of features that are comparable. They also have adjustable foot plates, so that's a nice feature on both. And then I will give Venice Child credit for having the larger rear tire. As you can see here, the Mockingbird tire is actually surprisingly small for a single to double, in my professional opinion. I've been selling strollers for 16 years, so I think it's fair for me to make an assessment like that. Additionally, another thing I'm not super fond of here is that this is a pivoting handle. It is not a telescoping handle. And why that matters is if you have a taller parent, a telescoping handle will actually create more distance between you and the product. A pivoting handle might shift hand position, but if somebody's very tall, having a handle up here will actually pull them closer to the product, and you'd be more likely to run into the back axle there. Both products have very nice large baskets. I would say that they're comparable. I measured the back opening on them both. I think they're both around 10 inches, which is very generous. So this way so far, we're looking at pretty similar products. I will say the textiles on the Venice Child are certainly nicer. However, the overall size of the Mockingbird seat is probably an inch bigger on top and on the foot, so probably about a 2-inch longer seat. That being said, each seat here will hold 50 pounds. Each seat here will top out at 45 pounds. They both have an option for car seat adapters. I'm going to show the one for NUNA. So with the Mockingbird, this is a separate purchase. So this is an additional $30 to make my car seat work with it. Cool thing about Venice Child is in that $399 price point, you get the NUNA Cybex Maxi Cozy Kleck adapter included in the cost. So we're already at a little bit more for comparably equipped, because here with cup holder and car seat adapter, we're at an additional $45. So we're at about $45 more here, comparably equipped. As you can see, both are working with the PIPA LITE, no problem. This one as well, clicks on securely. So both of those car seat adapters I would give an A to in terms of like ease of use. They're both really, really easy. They both work really nicely with NUNA. So now the big thing is we would have our infants in the car seat, and then as they got larger, you would put the stroller seat on for an older child. Then when we have 2 children, that's what we want to kind of check out with these products. And this is where they vary pretty wildly. So with this product, one of the cool things is that everything when you buy it initially will enable you to use it as a double stroller out of the box. So you don't actually get 2 seats with it. You're gonna get 1 seat and a set of adapters that will enable you to turn it from a single into a double. And there is no additional charge for this piece. This is included in the $3.99 cost when you buy the product. So why that's cool is that you would already have a car seat from your first child, and now you have your older child sitting in the big kid seat. And we take the big kid seat and we place it on our stroller. So now the toddler that was sitting up here is moved down here, and the new baby in the car seat will go on like that. So all of this is for $3.99 and a cup holder and a rain shield. Over here, in order to turn it into a double, they don't have just the little plastic components. They make those, but they force you to buy the second seat. So there is a second seat that I can purchase for that one. That's just the seat all by itself. So that will hook up to either the top position or the bottom position, but those brackets to turn it into a double over there were included with the original purchase. Here, in order to get to that point, we're buying basically kind of the same concept. So an upper apparatus and then a lower one. And I will give credit to both of these companies for making these attachment pieces very, I think, easy to use and straightforward. So there isn't, I mean, I didn't even have to read the instructions on these. Granted, I've been doing this a long time, but even so, it's very, very easy. So that'll go on, and we'll put our car seat adapter on, and we'll put our front seat on. That's set up right. So now, in order to achieve what we're trying to do here, this would be an additional purchase of, I think, $120. So we were $45 more expensive and comparably equipped, and now we're at $120 more to make it do the same thing, or so I thought. However, what I was very, very shocked to learn today is that this product doesn't have enough space for the car seat to fit on the top and correctly click in with my toddler on the front forward facing. So what does that mean? It won't work for 2? No, it will work for 2, but not in the way this one will. If I want to use this one for 2 children, I'm going to have to take this seat and have it face mom and dad. So now, it'll work, but this child is always parent facing versus something where they're forward facing, where I haven't had to spend an additional $120 plus $15 for a cup holder plus money for an adapter. So I think that it's really interesting that they've been probably quiet about that fact. I wouldn't say they're out and out deceitful, obviously, because if you look online and try to find pictures of this seat forward facing with the car seat on it, I haven't been able to locate that. And the pictures that they show on their website show it in this sort of configuration, I believe, with a Britax car seat. So yeah, if you don't mind your toddler always facing mom and dad, then this could certainly work for you. I do know that most people feel like their toddler is better suited in a forward face. So that's the nice thing about Venice Child. Obviously this will do what that one is doing, where the seat will face both directions. So that isn't particularly unique to anybody. Pretty much all the double strollers can do that. The car seat goes on. There we go. So it's completely possible to have them set up the same way this way. It's just the reverse that isn't. That being said, weight capacity again here is 45 pounds. Here it's 50 pounds. So we could have two 50-pound children, two 45-pound children here. I did put weight in them to push them to see. This product is substantially easier to push with weight in it. I really liked this on paper, and I did even like the look of it when it came in, but once I put a 33-pound doll here and a 14-pound doll here, it was incredibly difficult to maneuver and to push it up to get like over a curb. So if I were to buy it as a single stroller with my heart set on using it as a double, I think that that would be important information to communicate to a customer. Again, so when we're ready to go double here, there would be an additional seat to purchase at $179. So you had spent $400 initially, and then you're spending an additional $179. Whereas here, we've incrementally bought all these pieces, so now we have everything with the double seat for the additional $120. Yeah, so that being said, both products are, you know, single to double options. I just think it's really important for people to understand what they're purchasing. And I do feel like some of the information regarding this one has been hazy at best, specifically in relationship to how this seat fits on it when it's in a two-child mode. And that being said, I can fold them both too really quickly. I'm just gonna set them up as singles and fold them so people can see. Because I do think the one thing Mockingbird has that is smart is it does have a one-handed fold, which I think is nice. But again, if I were to purchase this, I would really strongly be aware that while it's a okay single stroller, it's limited functionality as a double compared to other strollers in its price range. So with this one, to fold it, looks like that. You know, not particularly compact, but not horrible. This guy will take the double kit off the front, which is very easy. Those pieces are integrated right on there, which is actually pretty nice. And this one folds from these little circle pieces here. So that's pretty easy. And you see they're pretty much the same size when they're folded. They always fold better when you take these bars off of them. Yeah, so sort of the long and short of the Mockingbird versus the Venice Child Maverick. All things being equal, less money, more features, holds a bigger kid. I'd give the winning of this easily to Venice Child.